Those of you who watch our videos know that we don't believe the law was given for us to obey, and we like to give little illustrations that prove that. And I have one for you here today. In the law, it says to honor your father and your mother. And you'll hear all the time, at least I heard it a lot, well, it doesn't say love your parents, because you can't command someone to love their parents. But it is reasonable to expect someone to honor their parents, to respect them, to do what they say, and not give them any guff, all that good stuff. And yet, when he was asked what is the greatest command, he said to love God with all your heart, soul, and strength, and your neighbor as yourself. And I just want to think about that myself, because I'm not going to sit here and say I fully comprehend why he did it that way, although I do believe I have the basics down of why he did it that way. Because with parents, it was more practical. It was your everyday life. It was right in front of you. He knew you couldn't command someone to love someone. But with God, he knew also that it wasn't in your face every day. And if we're right about the fact that the law was not given to be obeyed, but to bring us to his mercy, if we tried it sincerely and really tried to do it, that we would see this is impossible. You cannot love someone because it is a command. I understand that's hard if you don't believe that. It was one of the hardest things for me to grasp and to accept. But that's the only thing it can be. Because you can't love someone because of a command, even if it's God. Or you might even say, especially if it's God. Because if God is not lovable in and of himself, then you got a serious problem. And I know a lot of people who believe that God is not lovable. And I believe it's because of that. Because they have not given up on the law, but they've never really tried it to begin with. Because that's what he was trying to get us to do, which was to go headlong into the law and really sincerely try it with all our strength and all our heart and all our soul and all our might. Because if you do, you'll find out you can't love anyone, not even God, by a command. That is not possible. So people who tell you that the way to live the Christian life is to make sure that you love God with all these different facets of your being, know that they don't get it yet. They're still stuck in the law. They don't have a clue as to what grace is. It would not be grace if you were required to love God first before he would give it to you. That's the whole point of grace. He loves us because he made us. He loves us because he is good, not because we are good. The message of religion is be good so God can love you. And that's just not true. And that's my thought for the day on why the law was not given to be obeyed, but rather that it was given so we could learn from the law to give up and throw ourselves on his mercy.